But how do we then reconcile him doing his best and then attending functions in Kano and Ibadan in the wake of this?
After the funeral, what are you supposed to do? Go home and lie down and start weeping?
I'm happy you said after the funeral.
He has a country to govern. He has work to do.
Was that work?
Yes, that's part of his work. Building his party. Life goes on, but that does not mean that he's not going to revisit the issue.
Dr. Pearse,
it's an ongoing issue.
Did I hear you say building his party?
Yes.
In the face of people dying who are not party members? The parties don't vote you into office. The people do.
The people in the party are people too. They are Nigerians too. Part of building the party is building the nation, is making sure that this country is as strong as possible. If you were the president of this country, let me ask you this. After you've attended the ceremonies regarding this tragedy, what would you do? You go home? You go to your office?
I thought when we
Is it the fact of the particular type of event he went to that's the problem? Or that he continued to do his work?
Dr. Pearse, I thought by now when we make a mistake, irrespective of who the person is, be you a leader of a party, of a state, or the nation, we should accept that we have made a mistake.
Sure.
I would have thought that something differently would have been done. And I would have also thought that we shouldn't try to put some kind of logic where it is outrightly illogical. If people are saying that even when you visited such places and their complaint was that you shouldn't have even danced, if I'm bereaved and I'm coming to your party, I shouldn't be dancing, not when we have lost the amount of humans in that particular carnage.
Personally.
And the funeral has not been done.
And the funeral hasn't actually been done. And when you say he's building the party, I'm not a party man. That's why I wanted to find out if the nation is about those in parties, so that if I and my colleagues who are not members of political parties would ask, are we saying that we don't have people who should care for us? Because you say he's building the party. He should move and build the party.
Do you get the feeling that he doesn't care for the people who died? Because
no, because I have
you see, the only thing that I agree with you on, and I disagree with the president, is
all right, doctor.
Dancing at that event. You know, I don't think I would have even been happy at that event. I think everybody would have seen at the event that, okay, we have to carry on with this program, but we still have this tragedy. So I do agree there. But for him not to attend the program, I don't think there's any point in that. He will always go back to visit this tragedy. This is something that's going on. It's not attending one event. No matter how many people died. How many people have died before this one? So he keeps going to these events, but he must continue to do his work.
Would it be right to say because we have lost so many, losing more means nothing anymore?
Oh,
because
come on. Nobody's saying that. That is irresponsible to say that.
So,
how can we say that it doesn't matter? The fact that he went to a program and he danced, again, we should learn where our priorities are.
Good, that's the word,
as far
priority.
As I'm concerned,
so
what
should have been the priority?
I'm not concerned about the president and the way he handled himself at the Kano event. I don't agree with that. My concern now is, what is he going to do about this problem we have in this country?
What do you think?
Is he going to go back to this tragedy, or is he going to say, okay, these people are dead, they're buried, let's forget about that? No. And that's why the meetings that he's calling now of all the security chiefs, I think is not doing enough. In fact, I think that he should be very much aggressive about this. To me, this is a war now.
But
these people have declared war on Nigeria. And something serious should be done.
Because
too many meetings now.
Because these are heartless people.
Too many meetings
people
now.
You have appealed to, they don't listen. People will take children, people will kill children, they will burn them. we should be seen to be doing something more drastic.
This is what I'm saying.
It doesn't.
I do agree there.
I'm not saying that the security chiefs should come tell us their tactics, but at least from the results, we know that they're working. But some actions from our leaders should be actually.
I believe so. I think that.
I'm lost.
I just suspect that there's some people on whom the president is getting security reports. This is my suspicion. And the president is afraid to act on those security reports. Because I know that working with the American government must know some people who are fueling this thing. There's no way this can go on because a lot of foreign soldiers are involved in this. They're coming through the border. They're getting sophisticated arms.
Why do you think
they have so much intelligence? They have so much information.
Yeah, but why do you think there'll be hesitation in acting on intelligence?
Well, I think that you must now begin to interview people in government and let them tell us what is going on. Somebody knows something. There's no way that the president would not get security reports on people who are involved in this. Because America and other countries are working with Nigeria. Something is going on.
What we've noticed is a reluctance to speak, on the part of those in authority. What we keep getting on a daily basis are reassurances and the security tips. But in terms of saying what concretely has been done, put on the ground, and why it is that we're still noticing lapses, there is a reluctance to explain. How do we begin to account for this, or how do we get those in authority who should be speaking to speak?
Well, we should keep putting pressure on people instead of having this type of misleading headline. Just tell the truth as it is, focus on where the issues are, which is if anything like this happens again, the president must be held accountable. Because
one of the things that comes to mind, Terry Chamberlain,
he must not talking now.
Is a statement that came out from Major General Chris Olukolade about the release of the 128 children. Is it a rescue? He was on the phone, I believe, and one would think that the army would have wanted to blow his trumpet in terms of yes, there was a lapse in terms of how those children were kidnapped, but when finally you're able to rescue, one would think that you would see them building on that. But there was a reluctance of some sort, to even speak to the press as to how that operation was carried out and where the girls are and all of that. It was very difficult to get information. Only for now, we're not getting to hear that it's not quite true. I mean, even then...
That's why you didn't get the information.
It's still a little hazy. I mean, it's still a little hazy as to... Because initially, when you hear that the state government says they haven't set eyes on the girls, or the principal says, well, we're yet to see them, you think, okay, maybe they're being held and being debriefed. But nobody has heard anything to that effect. Are you worried as well?
Oh, definitely, definitely. That's, to me, it's frightening, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. What do you think should be done in the light of this?
Well, what we're seeing now is the various lapses and weaknesses in our system and needs to be corrected. After all, the generals, and I know some of them, are Nigerians, and a lot of the flaws that we see in character and professionalism is what is being reflected now. So we need to improve this society at every level, because what is happening now with these students who have been kidnapped and we don't know exactly what's going on tells us that there is so much inefficiency in the system. And this is why I hesitate to blame the president every time for everything. It is just, what's the president going to do to a general who should, be at the level of development that he should be very efficient? And we are getting this kind of reports.
All right, Dr. Adetokunbo Pearse, thank you very much indeed for coming on this morning. Well, that's it for today. Yeah, we have to keep doing what we have to do. Because lives are involved here. It's time to sheath our swords and just pull together and sort this challenge out. That's it for today, this Holiday Friday. Thank you for watching. I'm Chamberlain. So.
Well, thank you. We're hoping that, you know, security agents will speak up a little more as to, you know, just to clarify or clear the air on, you know, scandals like this. But thank you for watching. And I'm Maokwe Ogun.
I'm Sulaiman. Many thanks.